Have you ever calculated how many days you have left to live? I know it sounds morbid, but stay with me for a moment. The average life expectancy is around 80 years. That's just over 29,000 days. If you're 30, you've already used up more than 10,000 of those days. If you're 40, almost half of them are gone. I'm not telling you this to depress you. I'm telling you this because understanding the finite nature of time is the first step to spending it wisely. We all know life is short intellectually, but we don't live like we know it. We waste days, weeks, even years on autopilot, doing things that don't matter, that don't fulfill us, that don't move us closer to the life we actually want. I spent years like this, working at a job I didn't love, scrolling through social media for hours, putting off the big dreams and projects until I had more time. And then something happened that changed everything for me. I realized that productivity isn't about doing more things. It's about doing the right things, the things that actually matter. You can't have it all or do it all, so pick what matters most. In this video, I'm going to share a framework to start using to completely transform how you spend your time, to make sure every day counts, every hour matters, and every year brings you closer to the life you truly want. And if you stay until the end, I'll give you my 14-day productivity series and productivity workbook, a complete system to help you identify what really matters to you and restructure your life around those priorities. No fluff, no generic advice, just practical strategies that work. So, let's dive in. Part 1. The time illusion. Before we talk about productivity, we need to address the biggest illusion that keeps people stuck: the illusion of unlimited time. We know intellectually that life is finite, but we don't live that way. We say things like, "I'll do it someday." When things slow down, "After I retire, next year will be different." But here's the hard truth. There is no someday. There is only today. This hour, this minute. Every moment you spend is a moment you'll never get back. And yet, despite knowing this, most people allocate their time in ways that don't align with what they claim matters most to them. We say family is our top priority, but work an extra 20 hours a week for years. We say health is important, but don't have time for exercise. We say we want to start a business, write a book, or learn a skill, but never make space for it. This misalignment between what we value and how we spend our time is the root of so much regret, frustration, and unfulfillment. So how do we fix it? It starts with a simple but powerful tool I call the time reality check. Take out a piece of paper and write down your top 5 priorities in life, the things you truly value. Now look at your calendar for the past week. Where did your time actually go? For most people, there's a shocking disconnect between what they say matters and where their time goes. This disconnect happens because of 3 critical mistakes. Mistake number 1, confusing urgent with important. We live in a world designed to hijack our attention with what's urgent. The notification that just popped up, the email that needs a response, the small crisis that needs handling but urgent rarely equals important. Important things are those that align with your core values and move you toward your long-term goals. They rarely demand immediate attention, which is exactly why they're so easy to postpone. Mistake number 2, overestimating future time. Psychologists call this the planning fallacy, our tendency to believe we'll have more time in the future than we do now. I'm busy this week, but next week will be better. I don't have time to start this project now, but I'll have plenty of time this summer. This fallacy leads us to perpetually postpone the things that matter most, always pushing them into an imaginary future where we'll magically have more time. Mistake number 3, living someone else's life. Many of us spend precious years of our lives chasing goals that aren't even our own, the career path our parents wanted, the lifestyle that impresses others, the achievements society tells us matter. But at the end of your life, the only opinion that will matter is your own. Are you spending your limited time on this planet living your life or someone else's? Now that we understand these critical mistakes, let's talk about the solution. Part 2, the productivity paradox. Here's something that might surprise you. Traditional productivity advice is part of the problem, not the solution. Most productivity systems focus on doing more things, checking more boxes, cramming more activities into each day. But true productivity isn't about quantity, it's about alignment. It's about making sure the limited time you have is spent on what truly matters to you. This is what I call the productivity paradox. Sometimes being more productive means doing less, not more. Let me explain this through three powerful frameworks. Framework number one, essentialist thinking. In his book, Essentialism, Greg McKeown shares a profound idea. Instead of asking, how can I fit it all in? We should ask, what's the most important thing I should be focusing on? Essentialist thinking is about distinguishing the vital few from the trivial many. It's about understanding that just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to everything else you could be doing with that time. So the question becomes, is this the very best use of my limited time on Earth? Framework number two, value-based time management. Most time management systems focus on efficiency, doing things faster. But what if you're efficiently doing things that don't matter? Instead, value-based time management starts with your core values, the things that matter most to you, and then aligns your schedule accordingly. For example, if family is a core value, then regular quality time with loved ones becomes non-negotiable in your schedule, not something you fit in if there's time. Framework. Number three, the regret minimization framework. Jeff Bezos used what he called a regret minimization framework when deciding whether to start Amazon. He projected himself to age 80 and asked, "Will I regret not trying this?" This simple but powerful question cuts through the noise and helps you focus on what will truly matter in the long run. When facing any decision about how to spend your time, ask yourself, when I'm 80 years old, will I regret not doing this? With these frameworks in mind, let's dive into the practical system for spending your limited time more productively. Part 3, the Life Alignment System. This system has four components: value clarification, time auditing, decision filtering habit, realignment. Let's break each one down. Component number one, value clarification. Know what matters. You can't align your life with your values if you're not clear on what those values are. Here's a simple three-step process to clarify your values. Step 1. The eulogy exercise. Imagine you're at the end of your life. What would you want people to say about how you lived? What impact did you make? What kind of person were you? Write this down in detail. This isn't morbid, it's clarifying. It helps you see what truly matters to you in the long run. Step 2. The joy audit. For 1 week, keep a joy journal. Each evening, write down the activities that brought you genuine fulfillment, energy, and meaning that day. Look for patterns. These activities often point directly to your core values. Step 3. The value distillation. Based on the previous exercises, identify your top 5 core values. These might include things like family, health, creative expression, learning service to others. Spiritual growth. These values become your North Star, the criteria against which you'll measure how you spend your time. Component number 2, time auditing. Face reality. Now that you know what matters, it's time to confront how you're actually spending your days. Step 1. Track your time. For 1 full week, track how you spend every hour. Be brutally honest. Apps like Rescue Time can help automate this process. Step 2. Categorize your activities. Divide your activities into 4 categories: high value, high joy, activities that align with your values and bring fulfillment; high value, low joy, important but not enjoyable; low value, high joy, fun but not meaningful; low value, low joy, time wasters. Step 3. Calculate your alignment score. What percentage of your time is spent on high-value activities? This is your life alignment score. Most people are shocked to discover they spend less than 20% of their time on what truly matters to them. Your goal should be to steadily increase this percentage. Component number 3, decision filtering. Protect your time. Now that you know your values and how you're currently spending your time, You need a system to make better decisions going forward. I use what I call the 3 questions filter for any potential commitment. Question 1. Does this align with at least one of my core values? If not, the answer is an automatic no. Question 2. Is this the best use of my time in service of that value? There may be other activities that serve the same value more effectively. Question 3. What am I giving up to do this? Remember, saying yes to one thing means saying no to everything else you could do at that time. These 3 questions will help you make decisions that align with what truly matters to you. But here's the secret to making this work. You need to create space between stimulus and response. Most of us respond to requests for our time immediately, saying yes out of obligation, guilt, or FOMO. Instead, adopt the 24-hour rule. For any non-urgent request, wait 24 hours before responding. This gives you time to run it through your decision filter without emotional pressure. Component number 4, habit realignment. Make it automatic. Decisions require willpower. Habits don't. The final component of the life alignment system is building habits that automatically move you toward what matters most. Step 1. Identify your keystone habits. These are the habits that, when in place, make everything else easier. They often include regular exercise, adequate sleep, mindfulness practice, weekly planning. Start by establishing these fundamental habits. Step 2. Habit stacking. Connect new habits to existing ones. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, existing habit, I will write in my journal for 5 minutes, new habit. After I finish dinner, existing habit, I will spend 15 minutes reading to my kids, new habit. Step 3. Environmental design. Make aligned behaviors easier and misaligned behaviors harder. Want to read more? Keep books visible and your phone in another room. Want to exercise more? Sleep in your workout clothes and set your shoes by the door. Want to spend less time on social media? Delete the apps from your phone. Your environment shapes your behavior more than willpower ever could. Part 4. Overcoming the obstacles. Even with this system, you'll face challenges. Let's address the 3 biggest obstacles to living an aligned life. Obstacle number 1. The expectations of others. One of the hardest parts of aligning your life with your values is dealing with the expectations of others. Family, friends, coworkers, society. We fear disappointing people. We worry about being judged. We don't want to seem selfish, but here's the truth. Living your life according to other people's expectations is the surest path to regret. The solution? Boundaries. Clear, compassionate boundaries are essential for protecting your time. I'd love to help, but I've committed to focusing on value-aligned activity during that time. That sounds interesting, but it doesn't align with my current priorities. I need to decline, but here's how I can support you instead. Remember, you can be kind without saying yes to everything. Obstacle number 2, the inertia of habit. We humans are creatures of habit. Changing how you spend your time means changing deeply ingrained patterns. And that's hard. The key is to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire schedule at once. Begin with just 1 hour per day dedicated to your highest value activities. Gradually increase this time as new patterns become established. Remember the 1% rule. Small changes, consistently applied, lead to massive transformation over time. Obstacle number 3, the fear of missing out. When you start saying no to low-value activities, you'll inevitably experience FOMO, fear of missing out. This fear can be powerful enough to pull you back into old patterns. The antidote is what I call JOMO, the joy of missing out. This is the recognition that by saying no to what doesn't matter, you create space for what does. Every time you feel FOMO creeping in, remind yourself of the higher value activity you're saying yes to instead. Part 5. Implementation. Your 7-day life alignment plan. Knowledge without action is useless. So let's create a simple 7-day plan to start aligning your life with what matters most. Day 1. Value clarification. Complete the eulogy exercise. Begin your joy journal. Identify your preliminary core values. Day 2. Time audit. Prep. Set up time tracking tools. Create categories for your activities. Start tracking how you spend your time. Day 3. Decision filter. Set up, create your 3 questions. Filter. Identify upcoming decisions to apply it to practice the 24-hour rule. Day 4. Environment design. Rearrange your physical space to support your values. Adjust digital environments, phone settings, notifications, apps. Create visual reminders of your core values. Day 5. Keystone habit. Identify 1 to 2 keystone habits to establish design-specific implementation intentions. Set up accountability systems. Day 6. Schedule alignment. Review your calendar for the coming month. Identify low-value commitments to eliminate block time for high-value activities. Day 7. Review and reflect. Calculate your current life alignment score. Set a target for increasing it. Create a system for weekly review and adjustment. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Even a small increase in how much of your time is spent on what truly matters will have a profound impact on your life. Conclusion: beyond productivity. We've covered a lot in this video, but before I share how you can get your free hack series and productivity workbook, I want to leave you with one final thought. This isn't really about productivity. It's about living a life of meaning. At the end of your life, you won't wish you had answered more emails, attended more meetings, or scrolled through more social media feeds. You'll wish you had spent more time with the people you love, doing work that matters, experiencing the wonder of being alive. Time is the most precious resource you have, more valuable than money, possessions, or status. You can always make more money. You can't make more time. So starting today, treat every hour as the non-renewable resource it is. Align your life with what truly matters to you. And remember that productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Now, as promised, I want to give you the tools to help implement everything we've discussed today. Click the first link in the description to get your free 14-day hack series for productivity and your productivity workbook. Plus, when you download the workbook, you'll get an invite to my private community where we share insights, hold each other accountable, and support each other in living more aligned lives. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Remember, life is short. Spend it on what matters. See you in the next video.